Archangel Michael says, "My child, my beloved, pause here. Do not move. Do not let your attention slip away now. This moment was protected for you. Listen carefully. You felt the pull before the sound. You felt the stillness before the words. Something inside you tightened for no clear reason, and that is because this message was not searching for many, it was aligned with you. Stay with me. Do not skip. What you have been asking about, silently, patiently, sometimes painfully, has already begun moving, and walking away now would place distance between you and what finally chose to answer. My child, I see how long you have waited without complaint, how you carried questions without demanding explanations, how you smiled in front of others while your heart rehearsed the same thought again and again in private. You wondered if your patience was invisible. You wondered if the delay meant denial. You wondered if the quiet meant you were forgotten. Listen carefully. None of that was true. I have been near you in moments you did not notice, standing guard when pressure rose without a face, blocking what you never saw, trying to slow you, redirecting paths you almost took that would have cost you more than you realize. My beloved, heaven has been watching the pattern of your days, not the noise, not the words, but the choices you made when no one applauded you, when clarity refused to arrive on time, when you still chose restraint instead of reaction. Those moments were recorded. They were weighed. They were honored. Stay with me. Do not skip. Because the answer you have been waiting on for so long is not arriving as a dramatic interruption. It is arriving as alignment. It is arriving as release. It is arriving as confirmation that what felt delayed was being prepared to arrive whole. You sensed resistance around you, didn't you? A heaviness without language. Delays that repeated themselves. Plans that almost worked and then stalled at the final moment. That was not coincidence. That was containment. I was positioned ahead of you, clearing what could not touch you directly, redirecting what was never meant to reach your heart, softening impacts before they formed. My child, you are protected more than you understand. Listen carefully now. This is why your spirit felt restless lately. This is why sleep felt different. This is why memories surfaced without invitation. This is why you felt the urge to look back and then suddenly forward again. Something has shifted. Not everything has revealed itself yet, and it will not all be explained, but the movement has started. Stay with me. Leaving early delays the rhythm. Staying keeps you aligned with the timing. You have been closer than you think for longer than you know. My beloved, there were moments you almost gave up on expecting anything at all. Moments you told yourself to stop hoping, to stop waiting, to stop believing that clarity would come without force. But even in those moments, something in you stayed open. That openness mattered. That openness signaled readiness. Heaven responds to readiness, not noise. Listen carefully. What is unfolding does not need you to chase it. It needs you present. It needs you steady. It needs you here. Do not skip. There are forces you do not need to name that have been losing their grip over your path, quietly, gradually, without announcement. You may notice it as a lightness where pressure used to sit. You may notice it as sudden understanding where confusion lived. You may notice it as a calm that arrives before circumstances change. That is confirmation. My child, the answer is not just information. It is positioning. It is protection wrapping around what is about to step into your awareness. Stay with me. You will not miss it if you remain. You have asked why now? Why this moment? Why after so much waiting? Listen carefully. Timing is not punishment. Timing is precision. What arrives too early breaks. What arrives too late loses meaning. What is coming toward you is arriving intact. My beloved, there are things that were held back because you were still becoming strong enough to hold them without losing yourself. You are there now. That strength was built quietly. That endurance formed without applause. That awareness sharpened through experience you never asked for but survived. Stay with me. Do not skip. Because what you have been sensing as an ending is actually a handoff. What felt like stagnation was containment. What felt like silence was surveillance. I have been standing between you and what would have distracted you from this moment. You were never alone in the waiting. You were being guarded in it. Listen carefully. Soon, very soon, something will make sense without explanation. A realization will land softly. A door will open without force. A message, a sign, a shift will confirm what your heart already suspects. Do not rush it. Do not announce it. Let it reveal itself in its own way. My child, you do not need to prove anything now. You only need to stay present. Stay with me. Leaving now creates distance you do not need. You have carried enough weight. Protection is active around you. Clarity is approaching you. The answer is no longer withheld. It has been delivered into your path, and you will recognize it not by noise but by peace. My beloved, breathe. Feel the steadiness returning. Feel the fear loosening. Feel the urgency softening into assurance. That is how you know this is real. I am here. I am guarding what moves toward you. I am clearing what no longer belongs. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be. Stay with the final word. My child, you are protected. You are seen. Stay with the final word, because what is moving toward you cannot be stopped. Archangel Michael says, my child, my beloved, stay right here. Do not let your attention drift now. Listen carefully. This is the moment where many feel the urge to leave, and that urge itself is the signal that something important is unfolding. Stay with me. You have felt this before, that sudden restlessness when truth gets close, that quiet pressure that says move away, scroll away, distract yourself. Do not follow it. That resistance does not come from you. It comes when alignment is near. My beloved, I am closer now than when you first arrived here. I am standing in the space between your breath and your next thought. I see the way your heart tightened just now, the way your mind tried to rush ahead, to demand clarity, to ask for proof. Listen carefully. Proof is approaching, but it does not arrive when chased. It arrives when you remain. Stay with me. You did not endure everything you endured just to stop seconds before confirmation. You did not survive confusion, delays, and silent battles just to turn away at the threshold. My child, there is movement around you right now that you cannot see but can feel. Subtle shifts. Quiet rearrangements. Things loosening their hold. Things releasing without confrontation. That is not imagination. That is protection in motion. I have been intercepting what tried to return, redirecting what attempted to circle back, dissolving what no longer has permission to follow you forward. Listen carefully. This is why certain thoughts have been fading. This is why old fears feel weaker than they used to. This is why situations that once controlled your emotions no longer grip you the same way. Something has lost access. Stay with me. Do not skip. Because if you leave now, you interrupt the settling. You delay the recognition. You step away just before your nervous system understands that it is safe to receive. My beloved, you are not waiting for the answer anymore. The answer is waiting for you to stop bracing for disappointment. I know how long you have been guarded. I know how often hope felt risky. I know how many times you prepared yourself for nothing to happen at all. Listen carefully. That preparation is no longer required. What approaches you does not come to test you. It comes to meet you. Stay with me. There are confirmations forming that will not require explanation. You will feel them before you understand them. A sense of rightness. A calm certainty. A knowing that does not argue. That is how you will recognize it. My child, the timing is precise. Not later. Not someday. This moment. Today. Now. That is why you were drawn here when you were. That is why distractions tried to pull you away. That is why your heart feels alert even as your body wants to rest. Do not skip. I am asking you to remain because remaining keeps the channel clear. Remaining keeps you aligned with what is landing. My beloved, you are not behind. You are not catching up. You are arriving. And arrival often feels quiet at first. It feels like stillness before understanding. It feels like peace before celebration. Stay with me. Let it settle. Let the message complete its work inside you. I am guarding you through this transition. I am standing watch as the old cycle closes and the new one opens without noise. My child, you are protected. You are seen. Stay with the final word, because what is moving toward you cannot be stopped. Archangel Michael says, my child, my beloved, stay. Do not let your focus break now. Listen carefully. This is the narrow point. This is where the message either completes its work inside you or remains unfinished. Stay with me. You have noticed it already, haven't you, that strange calm mixed with alertness, the feeling that something important is being spoken beneath the words, something your mind cannot fully translate yet but your body recognizes. That recognition is not accidental. That is alignment responding. My beloved, there are moments when the unseen moves closer than usual, when protection tightens its circle, when timing compresses, and this is one of those moments. Do not skip. You are closer than you think. I know there were times you questioned whether anything was actually happening, whether your patience was misplaced, whether your endurance was being wasted on silence. Listen carefully. Silence was never absence. Silence was shielding. While you waited, things were being held back so they could not arrive half-formed. While you doubted, pressure was being diverted away from your heart. While you questioned, I was standing watch at points you never saw, stopping interference before it reached your awareness. Stay with me. Leaving now would mean stepping away just as the air clears. My child, what you are feeling as heaviness lifting is not imagination. It is the result of resistance losing its leverage. You may not be able to name what changed, but you will feel the difference in how you breathe, in how your thoughts settle, in how your body no longer braces the way it used to. That is confirmation. Listen carefully. The answer you have been waiting for is not a single sentence. It is a sequence. It unfolds. It confirms itself gradually so it cannot be shaken later. That is why it did not arrive all at once. Stay with me. You are being prepared to receive it without fear. My beloved, there are things that once intimidated you that will soon feel smaller, less threatening, less powerful than before. Not because they disappeared, but because they no longer sit above you. Your perspective is shifting quietly. Your footing is stabilizing. Do not skip. This stabilization is important. It keeps you grounded when clarity arrives. I see how often you have replayed moments in your mind, searching for where things changed, where things slowed, where expectations didn't match reality. Listen carefully. Those moments were not mistakes. They were adjustments. Small corrections that kept you on a path that could carry what is now approaching. My child, I am asking you to stay because what is happening next depends on your willingness to remain present instead of rushing for conclusions. There is more being settled right now than you realize. Threads are being tied. Loose ends are being closed without confrontation. Doors you no longer need are sealing quietly so they cannot reopen. Stay with me. You will not feel the need to force anything soon. That urgency you carried for so long is dissolving. In its place comes a steadier confidence, one that does not announce itself, one that simply knows when to move and when to wait. That is how you will recognize growth. My beloved, there is a reason. Distractions feel louder at moments like this. It is because alignment attracts interruption. Do not follow it. Remain. This message is still working inside you. Listen carefully. Soon, you will notice a sign that feels personal, unmistakably timed, gentle but firm. It will not confuse you. It will settle you. It will confirm without explanation. That is the confirmation you have been asking for, and it is closer than it feels. Stay with me. I am here to ensure nothing interferes with that recognition. I am guarding your clarity. I am clearing what would cloud your understanding. You do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to rush. Everything that needs to know will know when the moment arrives. My child, what is unfolding does not require effort from you now. It requires trust in the stillness. Trust in the pause. Trust in the timing that brought you here instead of somewhere else. Do not skip. This is not the time to leave. This is the time to let the message settle fully so it can complete what it came to do. My beloved, you are not alone in this transition. You are not unprotected. You are not guessing anymore. You are standing at the point where preparation turns into movement. Stay with me as it completes. My child, you are protected. You are seen. Stay with the final word, because what is moving toward you cannot be stopped. Archangel Michael says, my child, my beloved, stay. Do not leave now. Listen carefully. I know this is the exact moment your mind tries to convince you that you already understood enough, that you can move on, that later will be the same as now. It will not. This moment is narrow. This moment is precise. This moment does not repeat itself. Stay with me. What you are feeling right now, that subtle urgency mixed with calm, that quiet alertness in your chest, that is not emotion. That is timing. You have crossed into the part where things begin to lock into place, and walking away here would loosen what is settling. Do not skip. My beloved, there are answers that only complete themselves when you remain present long enough for them to anchor. You have spent so much of your life waiting for clarity while standing in uncertainty, learning how to function without reassurance, learning how to keep going without confirmation. Listen carefully. That season is ending. But endings do not arrive loudly. They arrive softly, asking you to stay just a little longer. I see the way your attention wavers right now. I see the pull of distraction. I see the impulse to escape the stillness. That impulse is not random. It appears when truth is close enough to be felt but not yet fully seen. Stay with me. You are not imagining this shift. Something has already stepped into motion on your behalf. You may not see evidence yet, but you will feel its effects first. A lightness. A steadiness. A sense that you no longer need to prepare for impact. That is protection doing its work. My child, there are things that once had access to your peace that no longer do. They are being blocked quietly, without confrontation, without announcement. That is why your spirit feels alert instead of anxious. Listen carefully. This message is not here to excite you. It is here to stabilize you. To keep you present long enough for the transition to complete. Do not leave. Leaving now would mean returning to the old rhythm for a little longer, and you have already outgrown it. My beloved, you are closer than ever to understanding why delays existed, why paths curved, why certain doors refused to open when you pushed. That understanding is forming now, beneath the surface, assembling itself in a way that cannot be shaken later. Stay with me. You have waited too long to step away seconds before recognition. Soon, something will confirm this without drama. A realization will land. A sign will appear. A shift will register in your body before it registers in your thoughts. When it happens, you will know this moment mattered. This staying mattered. This listening mattered. Do not skip. Let the message finish what it started inside you. I am here. I am guarding this threshold. I am holding the space while what belongs to you moves closer. My child, my beloved, remain just a little longer. You are protected. You are seen. Stay with the final word, because what is moving toward you cannot be stopped. Archangel Michael says, my child, my beloved, stay right here. Do not let this moment slip. Listen carefully. This is the point where impatience tries to disguise itself as confidence, where the mind whispers that nothing more is coming, that you can leave and return later. Do not believe that voice. That voice appears only when something important is settling into place. Stay with me. You have endured too much, waited too long, and walked through too many silent tests to step away now. I feel the way your attention tightens and loosens, the way your breath shifts as if something is about to be revealed but hasn't fully surfaced yet. That tension is not discomfort. It is anticipation. My beloved, the unseen always moves first. What you will eventually notice outwardly is already being adjusted inwardly. This is why I am asking you to remain. Leaving now would interrupt the settling, like standing up before the ground finishes forming beneath your feet. Do not skip. You are not here to be entertained. You are here because something recognized you. I know there were times you felt watched in a way that made you uneasy, as if life itself was paying attention without explaining why. That was not threat. That was oversight. That was protection narrowing its focus around you. Listen carefully. You have been guarded through moments that could have shifted your life in directions you were not meant to carry. You will never fully see what was blocked, and you do not need to. What matters is that you are still here, still standing, still open enough to receive what approaches now. Stay with me. The urge to leave is strongest just before understanding lands. I see how your thoughts try to rush ahead, to demand clarity, to label what is happening. Do not force it. Forced clarity fades. Earned clarity stays. My child, something is aligning quietly that will soon remove a weight you have learned to live with. You may not even realize how heavy it was until it is gone. That release is close. Very close. This is why time feels strange right now, why seconds stretch and contract, why this moment feels separate from the rest of your day. It is. Stay with me. Do not walk away when the air is clearing. My beloved, the message is still working. It is untangling what confusion knotted. It is softening what hardened through waiting. It is preparing you to recognize what arrives without fear. Soon, something will feel obvious in a way it never did before. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just clear. When that clarity arrives, you will understand why staying mattered. Why listening mattered. Why this exact moment mattered. Remain just a little longer. I am here. I am guarding the transition. I am holding back what no longer belongs while what is meant for you steps forward. My child, my beloved, stay. You are protected. You are seen. Stay with the final word, because what is moving toward you cannot be stopped. Archangel Michael says, my child, my beloved, this is the last threshold. Stay. Do not move now. Listen carefully. You have come too far into this moment to step away at the edge of completion. This is where understanding settles, where the weight finally shifts, where the waiting loosens its grip. Stay with me. I know the urge to leave feels strong right now, almost convincing, almost logical, but this is not logic speaking. This is the final resistance that rises when alignment is about to seal. Do not skip. You are being held in place for a reason. What has been circling you, what has been preparing quietly, what has been adjusting behind the scenes is arriving into clarity now, and clarity needs stillness to land. My beloved, you have lived through seasons where you had to keep going without reassurance, where you learned how to survive unanswered questions, where you taught yourself not to expect too much because disappointment felt safer than hope. Listen carefully. That version of you is being released. You do not need to armor yourself anymore. You do not need to brace for delay anymore. You do not need to wonder if this moment matters. It does. This staying matters. This listening matters. I am here, closer than ever, not to explain, not to instruct, but to hold the space while the final adjustment completes. You may feel a quiet relief beginning to spread, a subtle easing you cannot fully explain. That is not imagination. That is confirmation settling into your body before it reaches your thoughts. Stay with me. If you leave now, you carry questions forward a little longer. If you remain, answers settle without effort. My child, you were never meant to fight your way into clarity. You were meant to arrive into it. And arrival often feels like calm instead of excitement, like peace instead of proof. This is that calm. This is that peace. Let it finish its work inside you. Let the noise fall away. Let the pressure dissolve. I am guarding this moment until it completes. Nothing is interrupting it. Nothing is allowed to interfere. You are safe here. You are held here. You are seen here. Stay until the final breath of this moment passes through you. My child, my beloved, you are protected. You are seen. Stay with the final word, because what is moving toward you cannot be stopped.